It's a new long distance relationship. He has been trying to get me for years. And my question is, how do I keep him wanting me and missing me when he knows he has me? That's a good question. Um, hmm. You know what? That's actually a really good question. Good question. Let me answer this right now. That's actually a really good question. Okay, I'm in a new long distance relationship. Okay, first of all, when you're in a long distance relationship, you have the perfect way to create uncertainty because he doesn't know what you're doing. All you got to do is just disappear on him for a few hours, and he's gonna have start having fucking heart palpitations. You know, so it's perfect. Like the fact that you're long distance already creates that friction. It's already enough coldness. You get what I'm saying? He has been trying to get me for years, and my question is, get me for years. How do I keep him wanting me and missing me when he already knows he has me? Keep the long distance. I'm not kidding with you. Like distance is what creates the illusion. Like at a distance, everything looks glamorous. At a distance, you see mirages. Mirages disappear when you get close. Glamour disappears when you get close to it, right? Everything looks better further away. So it's kind of like if you just maintain that distance, he's going to keep wanting you. In relationships, maintaining that distance means having your own life. Maintaining that distance means you valuing your career over him, as an example, right? He might resent that, he might hate it, but it gives him something to fight about. It gives him a war. It gives him an enemy. The only way to unite a country is to having an enemy, and that enemy between a relationship is you being the citizens and you being the government. As an example, you and him are like the citizens, right? And an enemy is anything that gets in the way between you. It could be that there is distance between you guys and you hate the distance, and as a result you guys bond over it. It could be that God forbid there's legit a problem, and you're in a dangerous situation, and so you both rely on each other to protect yourselves. That enemy brings you guys closer, right? And so that enemy could also be the fact that you value your job over the relationship, and that frustrates him. That enemy could be the fact that you're that the guy likes to play basketball with his friends too much, and that frustrates you, and that you want more of his attention, right? That enemy could be anything that keeps him away from you. So that means that you want to have your own life. It could be your friends. You hang out with your friends, and you don't invite them because those are your friends, right? And you want to have your private time. Just because it frustrates them, just because they hate the fact that you have other things to do outside that doesn't include them, causes them causes that friction. It creates that bond between you guys. Remember, you create an enemy and you bond because of that enemy, right? That means he hates that you're always at work. Fuck that work. When you come, he'll bond with you more because you're barely there. You see what I'm saying? So that friction brings you guys closer. The only way that two polarities attract is if there's a negative and a positive. Two positives deflect each other. When there's no enemy between you guys, that friction doesn't create that attraction. It actually pulls you guys away, right? He has been trying to get me. Last time he was here, we talked about forever, and although I meant it, I almost regret it because I want him to feel like he's chasing me. So the last time he was here, we talked about forever. What? What, you got talked about eternity? I don't know. How do I make him continue to chase me when we know each other so well, and he knows I am so in love with him? So how the hell does he know you're so in love with him? I mean, Lord have mercy. Your answer's right there. How are you led? How? Oh my God, I'm giving you the cycle. I'm like, well, I'm kind of scared of the question, the response. How are you letting him know that you love him so much? Oh, I can't control yourself. God damn, man, control yourself. That's why. Your answer's right there. You're letting him know. You're letting him know. Just stop letting him know. Like, come on, man. Like, so you ask yourself, how are you letting him know? Think about it and stop doing that. Boom. That's your answer. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me see what she says. So you letting him know. So that means that you find out what that is and stop doing it. Or maybe send mixed signals. You know, say that you're planning to move to another country that's further than him. Say, baby, I'm thinking of changing my career. Or let's just say you're in high school, as an example. You're like, and he lives in fucking New York City and you're in California. Just say, baby, I'm thinking of going to Japan for school next year. You don't go, but you just talk about it. You put the fear of God in him, right? You just say you don't. So even though he knows you love him, just say that you're contemplating moving to a place you know he can't move. And that will create that fear of missing you, that fear of losing you, right? Because that happened once. I was dating this medical girl. She lived in Texas. She was this Texan, gorgeous, beautiful. Lord have mercy. Anyways, so she was talking about how she was thinking of moving to New York City, but then she changed her mind. Then she says, "I'm thinking of moving to California for grad school," and she was debating on both. And every time she brought that up, I was like, this shit again. God damn it. But she always sounded excited about going to California, right? So it's kind of like every time she brought that up, it made me afraid of losing her. You see, and so that's what you want to do. You want to be able just conversate about those things. You don't have to fucking go and move to Timbuktu, but just talk about it. And when you talk about it, his imagination will start thinking. So how do I make sure that he never takes me for granted? Well, that's how you do it. Like what I just told you. You let him fear. You let him imagine a reality without you by saying, "I'm moving here, I'm moving there," even though it's not true. But look, man. You're asking me how to do it. I'm sorry that I'm teaching you this, but you're asking me how to do this. He kept saying I was gonna fuck my professor. Oh, all right. No, he came to surprise me when I was feeling doubts. I kept saying I was gonna fuck my professor. What? Okay. What are you? So you're saying, threatening him that you're gonna fuck your professor? That's not how you do it. That's not sophisticated. That's too direct. That's too bold. Oh, my Lord. My God. My Lord, have mercy. And then she says, I kept saying I was going to fuck my professor. LOL. And then you put an LOL. No, man. No, I think you're trolling me, but I'm going to keep answering this. And he came to surprise you when you said that. Now, look, even though I don't agree you saying you're going to fuck your professor, notice what happened. He came to see you. Right? Tyrone, the personal professor, was trying to bang you, and now all of a sudden he's at your door. So clearly, it's because you're doing something wrong. You're overexposing yourself. That's causing him to do that. And I'm gonna guess maybe you're talking to him every day, 24/7, which I don't agree with. You know. And he asked me to keep making him prove his love to me because it makes him feel more in love. Oh, okay, good. How do I do that? Well, like I said, you talk about distance, and also you could even say okay. I don't recommend this, but breaking up with him, you know, or even disappearing on him for like a few days and then coming back and saying that you got sick or you got COVID or whatever, like, or even say that you're sick and you can't talk. For example, let's just say you tell him that you're sick and you can't talk, right? A part of him will say, okay, she's sick, but then a part of him will say, is she really saying the truth? You see what I'm saying? Like, so by you saying that and not talking to him, even though you're saying that you're sick and that you can't talk to him, whatever, and you might say, wow, but that doesn't make him think. No, it does, because everyone doubts everything. Everyone has natural insecurities. And so he's naturally going to say, okay, she's saying that, but is it really true? You see what I'm saying? I don't want to do things that seem needy, like buy me this or text me this. No, I want him to fun test like that. You want to give him fun test. Oh, well, you can ask him, write me a 5-page letter saying how much you love me, you know? and make sure there are no mistakes and send it to me. All right. Like you could do stuff like that. I don't want to do things that seem needy. I will also be seeing him for a month during the break when we are home for the holidays, and we'll be traveling together. Then he will study abroad in Asia. Oh, he's doing what I teach him. Well, if you're gonna be traveling with him for a month, let him know you have things you want to do by yourself. Like you can't be with him 24/7. You want to intentionally push him away and do things by yourself, right? And even though it might offend him, even though he might get hurt, you need to be the one that's pushing, and he needs to be the one that's going towards you, because that's how he proves himself, right? And then he will study abroad in Asia, and then I guess you could call that an end. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna last too long, it seems like. And that's my answer to you, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys ever want to learn how to use your feminine energy to influence people, learn how to use your masculine energy to become more assertive, and also learn how to blend both energies to improve your dating life, your spiritual life, honestly, your relationship life, your family life, your career life, this is the course for you. If I had to make a course for my nieces, I have two nieces, one is 19, and one is 15. 16. Holy shit. Oh my God, he's a bad fucking uncle. He's a bad uncle. Get him. Shut up, Melissa. You should get this course, right? And this is the course that I will make for them. So, for example, watch the curriculum, right? In the first week, we're going to be showing you how to establish a strong masculine foundation without letting it hurt your feminine energy. This masculine foundation is a source of who you are, right? It's your bodyguard. Without this, whatever feminine energy you create will be destroyed by the outside, because your masculine is your shield. So we'll talk about goal setting. We'll talk about how to develop a serious attitude. We're going to be talking about how to use more logic, how to use more goal-oriented behavior. It's more how to be a man. Now the next one is how to embrace the feminine energy, right? This one would teach you about how to minimize excessive masculine traits, developing self-awareness, healing abundant feminine energy, regulating your emotion, mastering voice qualities and facial expressions, surrendering control, and allowing pain to be felt. This is honestly, this will supercharge, like Kaioken, your masculine energy. After that, we have femininity in the workplace, and how to be feminine in the workplace without letting people take advantage of you, and the nuances of how women on power should behave versus women who are subordinates in the workplace, and even the dress code. This is based on psychology, people. It's kind of insane. I'm actually excited about this one. The next week, we talk about navigating the labyrinth of male and female friendship, and this a lot of women find confusing, so we talk about that. And how to identify envious friends, how to identify the good friends, how to keep male friends, and how to keep female friends. Week 5, we talk about how to release the burden of the past and stop and destroy mental projections. This is actually really powerful. And then week 6, we talk about how to increase your observational power so that you could read people better. And we have a bunch of bonuses. The course starts at $99, and you guys can pre-order the course today at $69 before it goes out. If you're watching this, most likely I'm in the meditation retreat, so I will be praying for all of you guys. And just click on the description down below of the video. Right there, you'll see it, and you could pre-order that course. It's gonna be out by the end of next month or the beginning of February of March. One of the two, people, because I have a 10-day retreat to do, and I want to finish the course after the retreat, because I think the ideas are gonna be so much better. All right, man. I'll see you guys later. Pre-order, man. I'm closing the channel.